Good evening. This is Julie Scott. I am a wellness advocate with doTERRA, and I will be teaching living life with essential oils tonight. And our topic is going to primarily be on breast health. As a massage therapist, it's great to be able to have the kind of techniques and that information. And there's a lot of more advanced level massage that I've been trained in. However, that's something that I would encourage you to get done with a professional. However, there's a lot of self massage techniques that you can be doing at home. And tonight, I want to just kind of touch on some of those things, as well as how doTERRA can support us in this. So I just kind of wanted to start off tonight with some statistics to just kind of review.
It is pink in the studio for a reason. October is Breast Awareness Cancer Month, and we're going to be talking about prevention, how you can also treat the disease, and also how we can help.
Yes, a very important month devoted to education, the importance of early detection and access to quality care. So to get us all on the same level, I wanted to start with some basic numbers. So first off, breast cancer. It represents approximately 30% of all cancers. And also, it unfortunately, it's the most common cancer diagnosed within the United States. That equates to approximately 240,000 women and almost 2,000 men each and every year. The incident rate we've seen in recent years, unfortunately, has increased by about 0.5%. Secondly, risk factors. The most common risk factor is age. The median age of diagnosis is the age of 62. That means that half of those diagnosed are under the age of 62. Also, inherited genetic risk factors, family history, first-degree relatives with a history of breast or ovarian cancer, and those who have dense breasts. And to be specific about that, breast density is diagnosed on imaging. It's not something that can be diagnosed on exam.
You got to get your imaging done.
Got to get the imaging done. Bringing it to that screening, screening and discussions about screening should start at the age of 40. And most people don't realize it, but most insurance coverage, it should be all, cover mammograms every 1 to 2 years for women at the
In progress.
You understand your bank account. And then I think the most important number is survivors. Right now in the United States, there are more than 4 million women and men that are surviving breast cancer and currently undergoing treatment. And I think that number is the most important, especially to draw on that collective strength.
They are thriving, and early detection is key.
Absolutely. And many don't realize it, but if you find breast cancer at the earliest stages, your 5-year survival rate can be as high as 99%. So start that discussion about mammograms, get in there and make sure that you just get all your questions answered.
And look, I can say it can be scary to go in and get that imaging done,
Sure.
but it's so much more important to do it now and
Yes.
catch it early.
Yes, get it out of the way. Unfortunately, in the emergency room, I'm usually at the very beginning of many stories of their breast cancer when they're finding masses and trying to understand what can be the cause. And again, getting it out of the way is so key, so important. Don't put it off. It's your health. Treat it as the most important thing in your life.
Can't say it enough, Doc. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Rock.
Okay. I just have to remember to turn on the volume so you guys can hear the recording. But primarily that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So of course that's going to tune into our breast wellness, to be able to pay attention to what is going on with our body. And I'd like to come at the direction at health promoting activities that we can be doing to really support our health and well-being. And the thing is that breast cancer has gone up. And the thing is, we will be seeing an increase in not only breast cancer, but also cancer itself. So this is just some things that we need to tune into. And the more that we are aware of our body and ways to support it, hopefully will reduce some of those things. Of course, early detection is a big thing. I feel like as I've hit 50 and finally did my first mammogram, I'm behind on some of that. But really how important it is to be able to get those images early on. There are just going to be areas in our whole body. In fact, functional medicine really talks about how ideal it would be to do full body MRIs. And then that way, if we know where exactly we are showing indications of either dense tissue or some sort of imaging on an organ or our tissue, then the moment that we see some changes in that area, we can tune in to address it. I find that really fascinating. But that's very forward thinking. And at one point, people didn't really feel like MRIs were going to be valuable in this space, and they have shown over and over again that there's a lot more benefits to getting that kind of stuff. But we also have our wearable devices. I don't have my Apple Watch on at the moment, but there's a lot of things that we're catching even on those devices. There was a group that did a study over 10 years, and they were able to track some health indicators and be able to treat some things much earlier than they would have thought. So there's some really added value to some of the technologies that we have. So I don't want to discredit that kind of stuff. However, I do want to shift into those spaces of things that support us in more ways than just the moment. You know, as a massage therapist, a lot of people want to come get a massage to release the tension, kind of have a quiet space to get away from the moment by moment activities that are going on. My personal perspective is that massage is for our well-being, and it should go beyond just that time that you've been in that session. It should improve your quality of life. It should help you be able to do the things that you love to do. It should even help you to do those things that we don't enjoy to do, like getting to work. But we do enjoy getting to work because we like being able to make an income, have those expenses taken care of, because when we become unable to take care of ourselves or unable to work, we rely on a totally different system that is really limited in its resources. So the better we can take care of ourselves, the more things that we're going to be able to do. So with this massage, I've got a video that I'm going to show you guys. I kind of highlighted a few things, but really getting in tune with our bodies. Breast massage can be another resource for us. So I'm going to switch my audio here. If you wouldn't mind giving me a second. And we'll get this video going.
So there's this whole self-love movement that's happening right now, where it's this big deal where we all start to learn how to love ourselves and love our bodies, and all that's fine and dandy, but it also in a lot of ways sounds like a lot of fluff. Like it's a lot of talk where we're like, oh yeah, sure, I love myself, but do you really? Like, have you actually gone in and had the depth of experience where you know self-love, unconditional self-love down to your bones? Well, it's pretty important to be able to experience self-love at this level, especially if you're in a space of wanting to change your body and eat healthier foods, lose weight, all of the ways in which we're trying to show up into the world in bigger, better, beautiful ways. Well, if we do that without this initial level and depth of self-love, then what it ends up being is kind of fake. We end up creating an ego around it. We end up reaching and seeking for improvement outside of ourselves that ends up not actually feeling true and authentic to ourselves. So we always want to start with self-love, but let's learn how to actually feel self-love. What is the number one way to actually come into and experience and practice on a daily basis? Breast massage. So today I'm going to share with you why breast massage is absolutely one of the best, most delicious, pleasurable, juiciest things you could ever do for your body to bring you into deeper, more meaningful self-love. And I'm going to actually walk you step by step through different practices that you can do so you can start to do this immediately. I'm Audra Baker, and you are totally in the right place if you want to experience depth and levels of self-love that you've probably never experienced before in the sexiest body you've ever had. So breast massage is one of the easiest ways into becoming and feeling more connected with your whole body. Self-love means coming into unconditional self-love, and that means loving all the parts of you. Breast massage is a way that you start coming into that connection, coming into that wholeness. The reason is because your breasts are totally directly connected to your endocrine system. So the endocrine system is like all of your master glands that regulate your metabolism, regulate your sexual health, regulate your appetite. They regulate so many different parts of your body. They secrete hormones that balance you out. So the more that you can have and feel this pleasure for your breasts, the more that you will start to notice that your hormones start to regulate and balance in your body. For instance, prolactin gets released whenever you give yourself breast massage, which gives this sense of fullness in your breasts. And oxytocin is another really important hormone. It's like this love hormone, right? That it gets released. And when it gets released, all of a sudden you just feel in love. You feel healthier, you feel happier. And also there's a lot of research that shows that oxytocin is directly related to decreased levels of stress and decreased levels of depression. So this is also a huge place where women completely disconnect from their bodies and numb out. I know for me personally, I actually had no sensation in my breasts for a really long time, all the way probably through into the 20s. So the more that you can actually practice breast massage, the more sensitivity that you're creating, you're building these neuronal patternings over and over and over in your brain. And it's just creating deeper connection. The sensitivity that you feel is deeper connection into your body, which equals a deeper, more profound connection to yourself. So the first thing you want to know about breast massage is you can do this with clothes on or clothes off. It's all good. You can do it in any way that feels good and comfortable for you. If you don't have clothes on, you're definitely going to want like a really skin-friendly massage oil, so you can really keep it feeling sweet and luscious. So the first technique I'm going to teach you is to massage down on the outside and up on the inside, down on the outside and up on the inside. And as you're breathing, really inhale into your heart center, into your breasts, into your nipples, into your chest. And as you exhale, you want to start to release anything that just does not serve you anymore, any negative feelings, anything at all. Let those go with the exhale as you're massaging. And the inhale fills up your lungs, it fills up your chest, your heart, and your breasts. And the exhales have a release. So this direction clears any stagnation, any negativity, and any unworthiness or heartbreak that you might be experiencing. So the next technique is to reverse the direction. So you're going to come up on the outside and down on the inside, and up on the outside and down on the inside. As you're doing this, you want to think about inhaling energy and vitality and sensuality and pleasure into your heart and into your breasts and into your chest. Really letting the inhales fill you up with all of this deliciousness. So whenever you massage in this direction, it really can build up energy and build up sensation and pleasure. So it can feel really delicious. So the third technique is to hold your breasts firmly against your body and shake them just a little bit, and move your hands in different directions around your breasts and just really holding on to them and shaking them. And while you're doing this, really opening and expanding your heart to love, feeling softness and softening around your breasts. What this does is it helps increase your sensitivity and energy flow. It also helps to release lymph fluids and really just create this level of vitality and health for your breasts. And the fourth technique is to cusp your breasts and hold them in close to your body and close to your heart and give your breasts really sweet compliments. This step is so powerful because it can change your relationship to your breasts. It can change your relationship to your heart and your chest in this area of your body. Not to mention, this area of your body is very, very receptive to compliments. And the more that you are able to compliment yourself like this, especially in a part of our body that so many of us have learned to disconnect from, you are now truly building these levels of connection, which equals building levels of self-love. If you loved this video, I want you to love it, like it, share it with all of your friends. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, head over to audrabaker.com, because when you get on to my newsletter list, I share things over there that I only share with my community, especially breast massage stuff. So get on over there, join, and I want to know from you, have you tried breast massage? Have you incorporated this into your life yet? What changes have you experienced? Do you feel deeper, more connected levels of self-love? Make sure to put your answers down in the comments below.
So I just love this video, and I feel like she just kind of nailed it very well in regards to what we were trying to address tonight. And then even more so because that personal self-care piece, right? The more we can take care of ourselves and empower ourselves, the better. So there's lots of benefits to massage, and this is a technique that a nurse had put together several years ago and learned about fluffing. And so there's a lot of benefits to fluffing the tissue. Now, what Audra was just showing us with the massage technique, that basically that's a technique going up and out, going up and out, and then coming in and down. That is a very common practice, like in Reiki even. They'll even tell you to do 36 up and out, and then 28 coming the other direction. I love that she incorporates a lot of that mindset and really tuning into your body and your heart. And the more that we can do that, hopefully the more we will have more compassion for ourselves, so that we're not so hard on ourselves, because we're going to be a lot more in tune, especially with our heart, when we do this. So there's those kinds of things, but Reiki actually incorporates some of that breast massage technique. So benefits of fluffing, there's a lot of good things with this. This is more of a lymphatic approach, reducing breast congestion. It can really soften it, relieve any pain, get you ready for doing those mammograms. It can decrease lumps and cysts. It gets that lymphatics moving, all that breast tissue and going into our armpits is part of that lymphatic system. And let me remind you guys that it's not just us girls that have that. The guys do too. They have that lymphatic stuff, which is why it is that men also are susceptible to breast cancer. So it gets that blood going in there, reduces a lot of this toxins, it gets things moving again. It reduces tenderness while you're pregnant. It's a lot easier to do breast exams, self-breast exams, because you're a lot more familiar with your tissue and what it is that you're feeling. And it just keeps your body feeling good. I love that. Love, respect, nurture, and connection with your body. And most of all, it feels good. So why should you fluff? Because it's part of our body. And as Puritans, I know we kind of shun things and we shove them into a bra, make them shift into this way. We do surgical procedures, you know. As I was telling you earlier, advanced massage techniques can release a lot in the breast, and it can release a lot of tension all the way up into our neck and into our shoulders. So those bras, the straps have a tendency to compress on those neck and shoulder muscles. And because we're trying to hold the girls up, also excess weight. You know, we're carrying so much additional weight in our abdomen that also pulls a lot on the additional strain on our neck and shoulders. But the breast tissue can also be a constraint there. So this is when that lymphatic movement can get really compressed, and it's not moving the way it should because we've got all these restrictions. And when I'm doing massage, I really try to encourage people, like, get everything off as much as you can, free your body as much as you can. You know, the less restrictions, the better, because we're really just trying to help open it all up. But I understand there's some people that need to keep that all on to keep themselves supported. Most of all, it's early detection saves lives. The more we become aware of that breast tissue and what's going on with it, we can hopefully catch something early on and take care of our health. So fluffing actually has an acronym. It's personal hand lymphatic undulation flow facilitation. So I love the question here. Did you know that women take better care of their hair, their nails, their face, and their feet rather than their breasts? So when I found this material 15 years ago, it helped me to really tune into to my breast health and encouraging others to do the same. So there's a couple different approaches. There's the A fluff. So bending over and just kind of working the girls and cupping it and doing it about 10 times. And you can kind of do it on either side or doing it together. And then B, place either hand on the side of the ribs. And then that way you're really trying to get on the outside as well. You know, you see a lot of women wearing bras, and you can see even when they're not wearing a bra, where the bra strap is, where the bra strap hits the shoulders, and just how the fascia is showing all the restrictions around those different areas. So the more that we can free those girls up, the better we're going to be helping our lymphatic system. So, you know, we've learned a lot about these different techniques about massage. Where can doTERRA support us in all this? Well, essential oils can be a great tool, just kind of like Audra said, that if you're going to do it without clothes, you could use some oils to be able to enjoy the benefits of that hands-on to the skin. And these are several oils that are going to be really good. There's been research over 20 years ago that, and apparently somewhere I had a little typo. Grapefruit actually should be on this list. Grapefruit and tangerine are really great for our lymphatic system. I did put frankincense first because because of the benefits of frankincense. It's a really great tissue to incorporate with your breast massage. Geranium is another oil that really helps us. Just all the floral oils you're going to see here, just because they're getting into that beautifying, self-care, compassion, and self-love. That's what a lot of these oils are about. Magnolia is about the oil of worthiness. And of course, we are worthy and deserving to take care of ourselves. Guaiac wood actually can firm the tissue. So if your skin is a little saggy or you need some firming up, guaiac wood would be really good. And then we just got Blue Lotus this last month. It's a wonderful beautifying oil, and that would be another great oil to incorporate here for your breast health. So those are just a few of the oils. And let's just talk about overall holistic health practices. Yes, lifestyle practices matter. So eating more whole foods and having a healthy gut, because our gut is not only so involved with our immune system, it's also involved with that waste. So reducing those toxins and the stagnation and getting your lymphatics going, well, guess where that goes? It goes to your gut. So being able to support your gut's biome so that you're able to eliminate those toxins and get them out of your system is really important. Again, digestive bowels, another great thing. So fiber is going to be really important when it comes to supporting your lymphatic system and getting those toxins out of your body. Personal care products. It was really fascinating in this class that we did with a midwife that educated us a great deal on these different aspects of how to support our reproductive system that much more. Just touched on how makeup, I'm looking at my notes here. She just talked about one of the surprising finds that she had was that her silicone dioxide was really high in her blood levels. And she had done a lot to reduce the toxins in her household, like cleaning products and, using essential oils versus toxic air fresheners, just a lot of different things, right? It turns out her makeup, this primer that she was using to reduce the appearance of wrinkles on her face, was really high in silicone dioxide. And so she had to clean that out of her system, give up that makeup product. So paying attention to what are in your personal care products is also going to be really important. And then your mindset. Again, having compassion and self-love for yourself so that you can enjoy your life and taking really good care. There's a lot of responsibility involved with that too. So some additional things that doTERRA can support us in, kind of going back to some of those aspects of healthy gut, taking care of our digestive system, and really getting into the endocrine piece of it, our endocrine system, because some of those personal care products can be disruptors for our hormones. And when we can reduce some of that stuff, how it impacts, well, I'm going to get to it in just a minute, but first start off with lifelong vitality. It's that supplementation that really is a whole food supplement to support us with a lot of those nutritional pieces that we need. It helps us to sleep better. We feel more balanced. We have a lot more energy. And one of the things that she shared was that it's really the best prenatal supplement out there. It doesn't say it's a prenatal supplement, but it's one of the best prenatal supplements out there. And some of that is because a lot of our vitamins that we have out on the market are based off what the RDA recommends. And the RDA is like the bottom of the barrel. So that's like the bare minimum of what you need before it really becomes a negative situation. And so doTERRA has created these supplements to give us exactly what it is that our body needs. And so it has 22 vitamins and minerals. The alpha CRS is really for inflammation and cellular energy. And then the omegas, Zeo omegas are really for our brain support. We need the omega oils to support cellular communication. So that's another reason why those are all in there together to be able to support us. So just a couple other things is that there's a lot of synthetic products out there, and how some of it doesn't really get out of our system. So Geoxassist, one of the ways to support our gut is a product that helps to get rid of the bad bacteria. So the next one is PB Assist, which is our probiotic, prebiotic, and postbiotic now. That really helps to replenish that good bacteria. And we've done some other classes talking about the gut biome. That'll be something more that you can get that information from. But it's really going to help with optimal digestion and absorbing like iron, sources of iron. And then the Terrazyme are the enzymes that help to convert nutrients to cellular energy. So it helps to digest our food, get energy when eating with food. On an empty stomach, it really helps with connective tissues. So raw veggies is where we get a lot of these enzymes from, but we cook a lot of our foods, and so we lose a lot of that. So I thought it was really interesting. Like the recommendation is like 3 a day. But if you're going to go have a steak and potato and cook the veggies, you probably want to take 4 of these before you go eat. And then I thought it was really interesting. Like if you're going to go have Mexican, you're going to want to take 5 because it's so processed and fried. Also, when you take it on an empty stomach, not only is it going to be good for your joint and connective tissues, it's really good for joint discomfort. So take before bed, or in the morning, you want to take 2 of those just on an empty stomach. So when we have liver stagnation, it really constricts a lot of blood flow to our pelvis. And Zendocrine has 2 different products, soft gels, and that can really help. You take 4 soft gels or 2 soft gels a day, or you can take the oil and drop in a soft gel and take 4 of those a day. So you can know by your skin if you need more often. And then Zendocrine Complex supports filter functioning of the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and the skin. So when they're nourished, they can do a much better job. So there's 14 active whole food extracts. They help absorb whole food nutrition. And then if you're taking it every day, it really helps with energy. You can take up to 6 a day of the Zendocrine Complex. So let's get into hormones. Over here, the thing is that there's some different kinds of hormones with estrogens. There's xeno, which are chemicals, pesticides, plastics, candles, and fragrances. And then there's natural. So we have a lot of receptors that are like little fingers. They try to grab the estrogen. And what happens is that the xeno, the almost synthetic, beats out all the natural. And they block those receptors. So our brain says that it does not have enough estrogen. And then our body tries to produce more. So what's really cool is when we add this phytoestrogen, it attaches to the xenos and moves them out so our natural estrogen can be used. It is extracts of soy and flax blocks the bad estrogen. Now, what's really cool is that this impacts your 3 hormones, your progesterone, your testosterone, and your estrogen. It impacts all 3. But when you add the bone complex to all this, it impacts 28 hormones. So use these together. You want to take 1 to 2 bone nutrient supplement complex if you're taking LLV. If you're not taking it, you want to probably add a little bit more. Phytoestrogen is going to depend on where you are. If you're perimenopausal, like 1 a day. If you're post, 2 to 4 a day. But what's really cool is that phytoestrogen is also carrying that xenoestrogen out of your system. And again, fiber is really a great way to also get that out of your gut. So the thing is that since there's a lot of other disruptors, and again, kind of paying attention to the products around us, we need to try to get rid of them as much as we can. So limit our plastic and use glass instead. Use filtered water. Limit pesticide exposures. Use organics as much as you can. No chemical sunscreens. You want to use cast iron, stainless steel pans. Avoid toxic cleaning products. Make sure you switch and use cleaner personal care. So the skin is our largest organ, and a lot of that stuff that is our skin is trying to get it out of our system if it can't remove it in other ways. So a lot of people will get rashes. Skin indications are usually a way of identifying the fact that there's just a toxic overload in our system. So the more we can clean some of that stuff up, you can actually see your skin clear up. So there's a couple hormones, or I'm sorry, essential oils that are also really good. That Clary Calm is a blend. But before I do that, Mitomax is actually balances the mitochondria and endurance of the cell. It also boosts energy because it's got some vitamin D, and it also repairs the adrenals. So if you want to do that, take one at night, which really kind of surprised me. So, but the essential oils, we got the blend that doTERRA makes up for us. Clary Calm, which is really good for hormone balance, hot flashes, mood swings, and periods. And there's a blend that I did not list here, the Hormone Harmony. It has clary sage, marjoram, thyme, cypress, eucalyptus, ylang ylang, and frankincense. And apply that inside the ankles, the back of the neck, and the wrist creases. Those are some good places to put it. Of course, rose oil is the queen of oils, so that's a really good one to have. Apply that over the heart. All those other oils that I listed earlier, the floral oils, putting it around the belly button. There's a lot of hormones produced in the gut, so being able to support those different things. And that can also reduce menstrual discomfort and help with conception. Oregano oil, of course, is really nice to have the touch because it's diluted, so it's not as hot, but applying that to your sacrum can really reduce menstrual cramps. And then DDR Prime. This blend, oil blend, is amazing. It promotes healthy cell response, regeneration, and repair. The life cycle of a lot of the cells are 90 to 120 days. And so this oil can really support us in a lot of different ways. So taking 2 a day, or you can do 3 to 4 drops in a veggie capsule. It really boosts the immune with On Guard when you're doing the soft gels 2 times a day. So stress really has an impact on our mindset and plays a huge role in how to balance our lives. So cortisol is high. Too much can be a problem, and it also puts a lot of stress on our adrenals. So I've listed Shinran Yoku that we just got this last month, since there are some indications that it can reduce cortisol levels. How awesome is that? And then finally, the last product, MetaPower. MetaPower is a really great way to support cellular function, and it has grapefruit oil in there. So probably not enough grapefruit oil, but that is still yet to be determined. But that's another MetaPower blend oil is another good one to incorporate. I should have put that one on the list because it has the grapefruit. It also has peppermint. The cinnamon is going to help really good well with circulation, but it's again promoting lymphatic movement, and it's reducing a lot of the stagnation in your breast tissue. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. And switch this here. So I just wanted to conclude with, we have a lot of great educational programs. If you are interested in checking out what we have going on, go to our Facebook group. You can also go to our YouTube channel where we're continuing to add a lot of these different videos on there for you to watch. And this Saturday, we actually have some in-person events that we're going to be doing. And then Sundays, Chris teaches Reclaim Your Health. And then next Monday, I'm going to be talking about the differences between some of our different cleaning products. So how you can switch and ditch some of those things that may not be supporting us and get some cleaner products in your home. I hope that you will leave tonight with some information to be able to support your health in a better way and empowering you to have a better quality of life. So thank you so much.